Hello, my name is Talip Küçükcan. I welcome you on behalf of TRT World Forum Digital Debates. Today, we are going to have a discussion on what happened in Lebanon. Lebanon was hit, Beirut was hit by an explosion a few days ago, and many people lost their lives. So we extend our condolences to people who lost their loved ones, and also we extend our grievances to people over there. Today, we are hosting His Excellency Hakan Çakıl, who is the ambassador of the Republic of Turkey to Lebanon. He has a long career in diplomacy, and he's been working for the Turkish Foreign Ministry since early 1990s, and he was ambassador in Nigeria before he took up this job. Now, I would like to begin with a general question, but this will be your personal experience, Your Excellency. How was your first day when you heard about the terrible news that Beirut was hit by an explosion? What was your first reaction? How you heard about it? And what was your feelings?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. First of all, I witnessed the explosion because my residence is very close to the explosion area. Explosion happened in the port area, and the residence of the Turkish ambassador is just 1 kilometer or maximum 1.5 kilometers away from the blast area. On that day, I heard the sirens of the fire brigades, and I looked from the window. I saw smoke in harbor, and of course I realized that there is a fire in the harbor, but at that time you never thought that such a big explosion will come. I was looking for the fire, then I have seen another very large fire started with a very large smoke, and explosion came. It was very huge explosion. So I personally witnessed the explosion. Of course, it generates a very huge material damage for Lebanon, and a very large part of Beirut affected, especially lots of houses damaged. First of all, material damage is very huge, and of course it is very difficult to make an early estimation about the extent of cost and the damage, but it is clear that most of the Beirut area has already affected badly. After getting over the first wave of shock of the blast, after a couple of days, Lebanese people took on the streets, and they started the protest against the government in large numbers. And I'm sure you followed the developments. On the 10th of August, which is last Monday, the government resigned.
Right, Mr. Ambassador, we will come to the implications, but let me start with the economic dimension of that
The explosion of last week definitely will open a new chapter in the Lebanese political scene. The initial reaction, political reaction, was the resignation of the government. Definitely, sooner or later, there will be a new government. As you know, in Lebanon, the prime ministry post is reserved for the Sunni community. And we will have a government soon, or we have to wait for some time. But the issue is the
we are
Lebanese
having some
people,
trouble in connection.
Yeah. Yes, maybe we have. Can you hear me?
Please.
Okay. I will.
I think we have this. Yeah, I can hear. I think we have some problems in terms of We can continue our conversation, Mr. Ambassador.
Sure. The initial result of the blast is the resignation of the government. As you know, the premiership is reserved for the Sunni community in Lebanon, and sooner or later there will be a government. But the government will face a very huge challenges. First of all, the Lebanese people, especially the young generation, they want a reformist government. They want a government to take very concrete steps to overcome the huge economic and social problems of the country. So it will be a very serious and big challenge for the government ahead. Besides this, and maybe it's better for me to proceed. Turkey has started to send humanitarian aid just less than 24 hours after the blast. We have dispatched 3 military plane of medical equipment, and also Turkish Disaster Management Center, Turkish AFAD, Turkish Red Crescent, and other emergency relief teams. They immediately dispatch to Beirut. And Turkish rescue and search team and other emergency teams, they started to work in the 0 point at the blast area. Also, I visited there a couple of times, and the Turkish teams, they supported and took part for the search and rescue activities. And, you know, the president of Turkey, just after a couple of hours after the blast, called his Lebanese counterpart, Turkish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Interior, and Minister of Health. They all contacted with their counterparts, and we started to make our humanitarian aids to Lebanon very quickly. For instance, last night we have received 10 tons of medical equipment aid from Lebanon. To use these medical aid properly, we are working with the Lebanese army. All the Turkish medical and humanitarian aid, we are handing over them to the Lebanese army. Now, the Lebanese army is our counterpart on the field. And after the blast, the government declared 2 weeks of martial law. So during this martial law, theoretically, government is still in the office, but in practically, the army is taking over the day-to-day affairs of the country. So we are handing over our humanitarian aid to the army, and we are working very well to the Lebanese army. And let me express this to you. The army commander called me yesterday, and he expressed his appreciation and gratitude for the government of Turkey for our generous aid. So with the instructions of our president from the first moment, we declared our full solidarity with the Lebanese nation, and we have strict instructions from our president to continue to help to Lebanese people, the Lebanese government. Whatever we can do, we will continue to do.
Just interrupt.
Sure.
I'm trying to get through to you, but I think there is a difficulty in communicating this time. So although we try to do our best, you can, I think, hear us, can't you?
Yeah. I am ready to join your program anytime you like.
The quality of connection is not very good.
I have to rush to the airport because a presidential delegation from Turkey is coming within 1 hour. I will receive them, but maybe tonight after 8 o'clock or 8:30, I will be ready.
Technical problems here. Maybe maybe we should, because the quality of the broadcasting is not really good.
Okay. Okay.
So we cannot communicate. I cannot hear you. Probably many people are not able to hear you. We should reschedule this meeting if you like. Then we have a trial first. We can maybe fix all the technical problems and then we can continue. Would that be all right for you if we can reschedule this meeting for another time?
Of course, definitely. Just only leave me free tomorrow, because during the day I will be with the Turkish presidential delegation. They about 8:30 in the evening. There is no time difference between Istanbul and Beirut. After 8:30, I will be available. So tomorrow from 8:30, I will be with you whenever you like. We do the same program.
Schedule this because we value interpretations of this. The master has gone, as you see. He's back again. So we have got a lot of problem. I think we are going to end here. Lamis, we need to reschedule this meeting with His Excellency Hakan Çakıl. I would like to thank him for his efforts, but I think there is a technical issue that we couldn't solve and continue our course with Ambassador. Thank you, Ambassador.
It's my pleasure to be with you. Whenever you like, I will be very happy to join to your program. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.